Fruity, 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 fruity.
Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. Welcome back to another episode of Fruity Fruits, where I taste fruits that are fruity. Today, I have the most adorable fruit I have probably ever seen. Well, I'm gonna try to think of some other cute fruits. Something about when things are diminutive, when things are tiny, it makes them cute. Something about the vulnerability of smallness, I guess. But look at this tiny fruit. Look. It is so tiny. It's about the size of a grape, but it doesn't look like a grape because it looks like a tiny melon. Look! So stinking cute. It's like a miniature little watermelon. So these are not melons, although they look like tiny little melons, and their common name is called TZIMBALO melon. So the scientific name is Solanum caripens, and these are actually in the Solanaceae family, which is the nightshade family, which makes them related to tomatoes and eggplants. So stinking cool. And these were so kindly sent to me by Azaia. Azaia, thank you so much for sending these to me. Azaia is 11 years old. She's been watching my channel, and she sent me these beautiful tiny TZIMBALO melons. Super stinking cute. She even included a life-size drawing. Look how stinking cute. So TZIMBALO melons are related to pepino melons, and if you haven't seen that video, please check out the Fruity Fruits playlist where I taste lots of other fruits, including the pepino melon, which is in the same family, but a different genus, of course. So these little fruits grow on an evergreen shrub and are native to South America. These are rare in the sense they're not cultivated commercially. Apparently little pests love to nibble on them, but they are adorable. I've read also that the outside does not taste very good, but I'm gonna go ahead and give that a taste just so I can describe that unpleasant flavor to you guys, because I'm sure you're curious. So when I received these little guys in the little padded mailer, I noticed they have a very nice scent. They smell a little bit like juicy fruit gum, a little bit like ramune soda candy, but very nice smell to them. All right, enough chatting. Let's go ahead and give these a taste. So Azaia included instructions. Let me read them to you. First, cut the melon in half. 2, squeeze or scoop out the inside. 3, spit it out because it's not that good. I love your honesty, Azaia. Look at that. Look at that beautiful pattern of seeds. See how it goes around like that? When you look at the inside, you can see how it's related to a tomato. The pattern of the seeds inside looks very similar to a tomato. So cool. If you look at the flowers of nightshades, you'll see why they're all related. They've kind of got this kind of star pattern to them, which is also reflected in the pattern of the seeds here. And it smells a bit like a melon too, a bit like a honeydew. It has that kind of slightly floral, cucumbery smell to it. Let me squeeze out the contents so you can see what it looks like. So juicy and little tiny seeds. See that? A little bit kind of stringy, a bit like okra or something too, a little bit slimy. The seeds look a lot like really tiny tomato seeds, although they're not encapsulated in any kind of gel though. Have you noticed that tomato seeds have a little bit of this gel around them? These don't seem to have that. Look how stinking cute. All right, here we go. Itadakimasu. So, the seeds are nice, kind of crunchy. Wow, that's interesting. It's definitely got more of a tangier, tartar flavor than a melon, but it does taste a bit like a melon. It tastes a little bit like a honeydew. It's got that kind of cucumbery flavor to it, but definitely not sweet, tangy, a little bit musky. Have you ever had a muskmelon before? Muskmelons are actually delicious. They have a musky flavor slightly, but very floral flavor and very sweet. This, on the other hand, is more tart, but it has that distinctive melony cucumber flavor to it. The texture, slightly gooey. The flavor is quite lasting. I still taste it. And the seeds have a nice crunch. There's a lot of juice in there. There's not much of a texture per se. Let's have another one. Let's see if it has a different texture at all. So what I find really interesting is that this is called a fruit, or it's classified as a fruit, but I would consider this in terms of an application in some kind of recipe to be more savory. It almost has kind of an umami sense to it. It has a very lasting flavor, and it triggers interesting parts of your taste buds. All right, let's have another bite. It almost has like a cheesy flavor to it, kind of a funky, musky, tangy flavor with melon or cucumber. Now, I've been told not to eat the skin because the skin does not taste good, but I am just gonna do this little taster right here. Oh, that's not so bad. It just has more of that kind of funky flavor in there. But I like that you have something to actually chew and bite. It tastes more succulent. If you imagine yourself eating like an ice plant, that's kind of what it's like, with a little bit of a tougher skin like a tomato, a little bit thicker than that, and a little bit more of a kind of a succulent crunch. But in terms of physiology, very similar to a tomato. If you think about scooping out the inside of a tomato, kind of pulpy and just juicy, completely different flavor. The skin is not unpleasant. It's just very strongly flavored. I'm gonna try another bite. Yeah, not exactly delicious, but not disgusting by any means either. So big thanks again to Azaia for sending these to me and for supporting my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope you guys learned something. Let me know down in the comments if there are any fruits or interesting things you'd like me to taste or try. Be sure to check out the Fruits playlist. What else? Follow me on social media, share this video, subscribe, like, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye!
Fruity, 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 fruity.
Oh, the baby man, you're so cute.